Hey everyone, happy Monday. I am back with another Mindset Monday Live. I hope you guys had a fabulous weekend. If you celebrate Easter and the holidays, hope you had a great holiday. So I wanted to jump in here quickly, and I think this topic that I'm going to talk to you about today is perfect for a Monday, but it's perfect for mindset as well. And it really is all about choosing momentum over motivation, right? And I want to talk about this because this conversation comes up quite often in conversations that I have with clients. I see this, in various places on the internet, in Facebook, Instagram. I hear people talking about this idea of motivation. And I often have clients ask me, how do you stay motivated toward that thing that you're doing? Or how do you keep your mindset in that motivated place to do the work, to do this daily practice, to, do the workout, to do whatever the work is, right? And the answer that I always give is simply this: it's never about motivation. It's never about motivation. And the reason is because motivation is flaky. Motivation is all about, do I feel like doing it or do I not feel like doing it, right? Versus momentum, which is choosing to do it over time and allowing that habit to be created, that habit to be built, so that it's an automatic thing that you do, right? And so what is momentum? When we talk about momentum, what we're talking about is sort of the energy that is created that, if you imagine a ball rolling downhill, once you push it, right, you put that first little piece of exertion behind it, eventually the momentum picks up and it just kind of carries it away. Your mindset works the same way. So if you do something, let's say you get motivated and you decide you're going to do your mindset work, your inner work today, and then tomorrow you wake up and you're less motivated, but you make a choice to do that inner work anyway. And then the third day you choose to do it whether you feel like it or not, like motivation isn't even in the, equation, then eventually the momentum picks up and you don't have to think about, do I feel like doing this or not, right? So I had a conversation recently with a client. We were talking about working out, and this is a big topic that motivation comes into play. It's this sort of idea of, I don't feel like doing the thing. And if I'm completely honest with you, I don't always feel like doing the mindset work. I don't always feel like sitting down to my computer to write. I don't always feel like getting on a live stream necessarily, right? But because I understand the power of momentum when it comes to mindset, when it comes to action, when it comes to energy, then I know how critically important it is. Because eventually the momentum takes that thought process out of it. You don't even have to think about whether you feel like doing it. You just make a choice to do it. Now let's talk about how this aligns with creating those things that you want. We know how it aligns with the gym, right? You get up, you do your workout, you do it consistently, it becomes a part of your daily habit, and then it just becomes who you are. You are a person that gets up at whatever time or works out at whatever time, right? So you start seeing those results. You start seeing the shifts and changes in your body, which is great. But how does this apply to, say, a book that you're writing, or that path that you're, moving towards, or that business that you're starting? It works the same way. The difference is that there's a compounding energy that kind of happens. So if you've never read the book, The Compound Effect, I highly recommend it. Great book that gives a really good sort of explanation of this whole idea of momentum, right? Because when you get to the end of whatever goal that you're doing, right? When you get to the end of that book that you've written, when you are, your business is a thing and you have clients and you have sales and you have money, when you look at that, you realize that it is not based on one action or one thing that you did. It is the little choices that you make consistently over time. And when we're talking about mindset, it is the same thing. Your thoughts, your beliefs do not change, do not transform unless you keep that momentum moving forward, which is why I talk about having some form of a daily practice, right? I'm not telling you what to have. I'm telling you to experiment, find your own thing, but find something that you can stick to that feels good for you, something that you can commit to that feels good for you, whether it's journaling, whether it's affirmations, prayer. I know some people who will do, meditation and yoga and some form of, prayer or mantras or something related to that. Whatever you do, you want to make a choice to do it because you know that by doing it over time, like little by little over time, it's going to make a difference, right? I had a conversation with a client last week about this business idea that we've been talking about. And one of the things that she said was so important, and I think that it applies to so many people. She said, I think I was thinking that every time I sat down to do this thing, like focus on this thing, right? To put a little bit of effort into her task, she thought that she had to have some massive product of her time, that she should have accomplished some massive thing at the end of that time that she's invested in this idea. And she was discounting and almost completely disregarding the power that comes from these little pockets, these little moments that you do consistently over time. So when we started shifting that thought that it's not about these big, massive leaps that you take every once in a while, it's about the consistent, the momentum building moments that is going to get you to where you want to be, right? When you're writing a book, which I'm in the process of, it is not about sitting down and banging out 2 or 3 chapters at a time. It is literally sitting down one word at a time. That is the work. Your mindset operates the same way. It is implementing those beliefs, practicing those beliefs, working through changing the beliefs that are no longer working for you day by day over time. So I want to encourage you to think about what area of your life this week, this month, this year, that you have just been operating from a place of, do I feel like it or do I not? What if we take this sort of idea of, do I feel like it, off the table? What if we don't even question or ask ourselves, do I feel like writing right now? That's irrelevant. That is irrelevant if I want to write the book. What is relevant is, what do I choose? And if you've ever worked with me, I know that my clients get sick of this, but I am constantly asking, well, what is it that you choose? Because we could go all day and just keep repeating the things that we've been doing for years. You could do that, but you're not going to get to where you want to be. So my question to you today and for this week is, what do you choose? What do you choose to think today and tomorrow and the next day? What do you choose to do today and tomorrow and the next day, right? Versus, what do you feel like doing? There are going to be moments, and there's sort of, I have this 3-pillar, process. And this 3-pillar process that is really important, right? Which is mindset. You want to make sure that you're building the momentum when it comes to mindset. Energy, which is sort of your identity. What are you putting in? How are you moving forward? That kind of stuff. And then the third piece is action. And you want to be making choices on a consistent basis daily in order to build the momentum in all 3 areas. And it is critical. It is absolutely critical that you do that, okay? So this is a really key piece. I want you to ask yourself, what is it that you choose? What is it that you choose when it comes to your path, your desires, what you're creating in this space, okay? And are you choosing to follow that momentum? Are you choosing to do that thing, whatever it is, because it's going to get you closer to what you desire? Or are you choosing to simply go by what you feel, right? So I hope this is helpful for you. I hope that, this is something that supports you as you move forward. Remember that it's not about these big, massive moments. It's not about getting all the way to the end. It's not, you know, taking these massive leaps and having this massive progress every single time you do something. It's about really choosing to take those steps that are going to make a difference. Okay. So I hope this is helpful for you. If you have questions about this or would like me to talk about anything else related to, you know, the whole concept of motivation versus inspiration or building momentum, feel free to reach out. Of course, if you are looking for some support, you can check out my website and sign up for a free consultation. I will also post a link below where you can sign up for my email list, okay? So I hope you guys are having a fabulous day, and hope you have a great rest of the week, and I will chat with you soon. All right, bye.